I'm like, first we had an okay season. But outside of that, as a semi-pro athlete, you just take care of my priorities first. And then for
I went to a park. I was watching him play for a little bit.
Philadelphia, I just say like we don't support.
What's your vision for the Tomahawks in the next 5 years?
I was forgotten on the floor, forgotten on the bench and stuff like
Do what you need to do to be seen and to be heard.
the best trash talk I said was
And lastly, what makes the Tomahawks?
and then like getting up for class. I played from my freshman to my junior season. All right, so I want to become. I think I'm probably in eighth going to ninth, or I probably was in ninth grade.
I'm Coach Doug Tucker, the founder,
But there have been so many guys, so
for the opportunity that he's been given, but for the time that our coaching staff is willing to put in to see them.
What up? What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Young Dub, Steppin with on podcast back here with another one. Got a special guest, my guy. Uh, I ain't gonna say my young boy, he a couple years younger than me, but my guy. We met through TikTok, but we've been vibing ever since. And he from the same, part of the city from me. So without further ado, I'm gonna get my guy up here. Let him introduce himself to y'all.
what's up
Car,
with y'all, man?
what's up, Brody?
What's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm chilling, bro, man. Uh, it's happy to be here. Took us a couple minutes, but we here.
hmm No, it did. It took us a little minute, but we all right.
Yeah. Just let everybody know your name, your at names and everything, and we can get started from there.
Okay. So, my name is Jamir Carr. I go by many names in the city. People know me as Mir. People know me as Zeph. People know me as Carr. Um, Pretty much, I'm from Southwest Philadelphia. I was born and raised in Southwest Philadelphia. Um, Grew up around there ever since I was a kid. Um, Pretty much, I always been, living down there and traveling around the city of Philadelphia through West, North, South Philly. So, I mean, I know a couple people that's probably watching the podcast had already seen me around, but I mean, if you haven't seen me, you probably see me on social media. My social media is on Instagram and TikTok is Zeph._23. So
For
that's
sure.
ZEPH._23. You can find me on those social medias because I'm more active on those social media accounts. And then I do got a YouTube. It's called Five Style Family. It's a nice little brand that I'm starting up real soon. So, you know, just tap in with me real soon. Y'all gonna hear about Five Style in like the next couple years.
Yeah, for sure, bro. We're gonna definitely tap into that too, man. So,
Mhm.
get down to the nitty gritty. High school class of 2015, Alden Reed, correct?
Yep.
Man, I didn't find out about Alden Reed until I was already in high school. It's the crazy part. I went to
hmm
Saul and we played y'all once. And we got smacked, I think.
hmm
It's just like I had a bunch of athletic dudes, man, just running up and down the court all crazy.
hmm
Um, I don't know what year that was. It probably was like 11 or 12, one or the other. But tell me about that, your experience starting. Well, where did you start? When did you start playing ball in general?
So I'm gonna be honest with you, I started playing basketball when I was a kid. So I was like, my mom say I was like two. People say I was three. I'm gonna just say I was a baby. So I picked up the basketball because my older brothers, like I got four older brothers, so they all play basketball. And pretty much when I see them shooting the basketball, as you being the youngest, you want to follow what your brother do. So,
Yeah,
but the difference in what I brought to the table was that I see my older brothers shooting with their right hand, so I started to shoot with my left. And then after that, it just transcended me as a player. So when I went to my elementary school, which was called Renaissance, and then it was transferred and named, I think, Mastery Charter. Then they changed the name again. But I was playing
yeah,
there. I played like an intramural league in second grade, and I was playing against my older brother. My older brother's like he's like 6 years older than me, so he was like in sixth grade, I think, or seventh. And I was
yeah,
playing against those guys, and I was killing. Mind you, I'm small. I'm the tiniest person out there, and I'm killing. You know, Played there. Then I went to Penwood Middle School, played at Penwood. Then I went to Penwood High. So my freshman year of high school, I played at Penwood High School. I played on a JV team, but I was bottom of the barrel. I was like, last option. I mean, sometimes like, cause I think it's because I was a late bloomer. I was skinny. I was frail. I was short, and then on top of that, like It was high school. High school was a bit hard for me, from moving from eighth grade to ninth grade. Um, Also, like, like traveling because I was transferring schools a lot. My
Okay.
middle school year, like I transferred from New York, all the way from New York back to Philly and all that stuff. It's like I lived in Long Island, New York and stuff. I even tried out for the team over there. Well, no, I didn't try out for the team over in New York. I begged the coach to try to let me try out, and the coach
Wow.
didn't want me to put. He didn't want to play. He didn't want me to play on the team. But then they see me at gym class balling, and they was like, "Oh yeah, we need this kid." And then right after that, the week I made the team was the week that we moved back to Philadelphia. Um, After that, my mom sent me away to my dad's. I went to Penwood. Then we went to high school, played at Penwood High, JV. My
Mhm.
sophomore year, I didn't play. I only played JV my freshman year, and I didn't really play that much. I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably played like 2 games JV. Sophomore year, I went to Paul Robeson, transferred to Paul Robeson, played with them in the summer league because I couldn't play during the season because the principal didn't want me to play because she heard about who I was and what type of player I was and stuff, and she
You
didn't
play for
really
Coach Tahar?
coach Hart. No, coach at Paul Robeson. No, it was at Paul Robeson. It was Coach Powell. Coach Powell.
Okay.
Short. He's a short like Caucasian coach. He's really cool though. Like he's really cool. Um, Played with them in the summer league, and we played. It's a league called Gust. Like it's at Gustine Lake.
Oh, I know about
Played
Gustine. Yeah.
Yeah, played over there. I killed it over there. We played against a lot of teams like Grads, Vaux, when those schools were still open. Like Vaux, I think Vaux was still open at the time. We played
Yeah.
against MOTEP and all them, and I was killing. And I wanted to transfer to go to Orton Reed, and that's how I ended up at Orton Reed by my junior and senior year. And then when I was at Orton Reed, it's kind of tough. There was a lot of talent there.
Yeah.
And so like I was the newcomer, and there was already guys that was already there from JV and their freshman season and then their sophomore season. So when my junior season came around, that was my shot to play and perform. And I played at an all-time high. I was just playing behind a lot of guys, and I was forgotten on the floor, forgotten on the bench and stuff like that. And the coaches didn't understand my talent until after I graduated and then when I went to college.
Mm.
So
What was your primary position in high school?
primary position was I was at the two. I was the two and the three. But I was a tweener though. So like I was short because like people don't believe me. Like I was 4'11" going into ninth grade. I was short. I was a late bloomer growing up. Like my
Like
brothers and everybody was taller than me.
that's
Yeah.
4'11", bro.
4'11". I was small. I'm trying to tell you, I was small. By my sophomore year of high school, I grew to 5'2". When I mean I grew, because everybody was taller than me at one point in time. And I'm like, bro, there's no way, bro, I'm gonna be this short. And my mom thought it was a problem, but I was having like bad knee problems. I used to have like
Yeah.
this thing. I was having like this thing called like Oscar Schlatter or something like that. It's like a knee pain or a knee disease, and like your body would like I think it's your bones would be growing more faster than
Hmm.
your body, something like that. And I used to have bad Charlie horses because of that. And like my mom didn't understand what was going on. She used to think that I was like I was lying, that I just wanted to stay up or whatever, but I really was going through that. And then I grew to 5'2". Then by my sophomore year, at the end of my sophomore year, I grew to 5'6". Then I went to Orton Reed and I grew 4 more inches. I grew to 6 foot my junior season, my junior
Wow,
year. And then by my senior year, towards like the end of the summer, I grew to 6'3". And now that's my height now.
man, that's a crazy growth spurt, bro.
Yeah,
Crazy,
crazy.
crazy, crazy. Damn. Yeah, because like when I got to high school, I was the opposite, bro. I was like 5'10", 5'11" in ninth grade.
Yeah, I wish
Then
I had that height.
yeah, think I'll lie and say I'm 6'2", but I'm really like 6'1.5". But I'll
Okay.
take it. But yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like the growth spurts it'd be crazy because when you were a young boy, I was like 12. When I was 12, I was like 5'9".
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I really started getting in the ball, like organized ball and acting crazy a little bit. And I
Mm-hmm.
had a little, I had great post game and stuff like that. So they're like, yeah, man, you might be like 6'6". So, I'm
Right.
happy. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I get to high school, man. My feet don't grow. I don't get no taller.
Mm-hmm.
So basketball like didn't really I didn't like I grew up as a big man until I got to like probably high school. Then I had to, evolve my game a little bit. But
Right.
um damn, at least you got to play the guard.
Yeah, no, honestly, true. Because like you said, we had a lot of big guys that order read. So like there were bigs. There were a lot of bigs, and then I was a good shooter too. I just didn't. I lacked what I lacked in high school was it was confidence because
Okay.
I was always a systematic type of player. Like my dad as a coach, my dad when I don't know if you was around. Well, no, you had to been around when communication and technology was around. They called them
Oh,
Comtech.
Comtech. Oh man, my
Yeah,
man Sherman, man, and Pepsi and all
Sherm,
them. Yeah,
Sherm, yeah, those my big bros. Those my big bros. So
Sherman's
they,
crazy.
yeah. So like when my dad was coaching over there, and I was, watching, Scooty, Pepsi, Sherm, Shaq Shannon, all them guys playing over there.
Oh, you took it back to Scooty and them. I remember Scooty and them
Yeah,
years. That
yeah.
wasn't even before because I remember Scooty and them played. I remember Scooty played for Temple, so I was watching that too. And
Hmm.
I remember the team that they had with the short boy with the big head. He was a guard. I think he played with
Uh,
Scooty too.
Jay Lucas.
Yeah, him, yo. He was power. He used to
Yeah,
remind me of Jamir Nelson a little bit back in the day. Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that
man.
big
We
upper body.
Yeah, those guys, those are my guys. Like growing up, man, and I used to watch them a lot. But the one thing I noticed was that my dad was really high. Like he was so high on teaching guys how to shoot. Like he
Yeah,
wanted
that's important.
he always wanted his players to shoot. So watching them and watching them play and stuff like that always made me want to be a shooter. So then
Yeah,
when we used to practice with them at a young age, they already knew what we was doing. Me and my other brother. Me and him like this. We the same age, but like he's a year older than me. But yeah, like we always shot the ball well. So once my dad taught me that and stuff like that. That was my play style for every school that I played at. I was a good shooter or an okay shooter or a great shooter.
no,
Just
I
that
seen your
order.
form. It was a good form, bro.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Just that order read just was like lack of confidence. Like, like from being like one of the best guys on the team, even
Yeah,
at Penwood, like being one of the best guys playing AAU ball and middle school basketball, then you coming into high school, everybody growing taller than you, everybody getting stronger than you, everybody look bigger than you. So it's like,
yeah.
dang, it's like it kind of shoot like that's a confidence, a confidence shot. And then on top of that, like the coach is not giving you the opportunity, you're not getting the time in and stuff. And then my grades wasn't really good. And then transferring schools and all types of stuff. So like I was really I really went through like what can I say? A broken home through the basketball world.
Mm. That's a real thing.
Hmm.
Can't even lie to you. That's a real thing, bro. Damn. So I mean, it definitely go through ups and downs in high school for sure. But
Hmm.
I mean, you made it through pretty good. From the transition from high school to college. Did you get any scholarships or?
Yeah, so I played in the unsigned senior showcase
Okay.
right after I graduated high school. I had got hurt. I had a high ankle sprain. So I stayed out a year. I had a bad ankle sprain, like, and coaches didn't want me. Mind you, it was Shippensburg, Bloomsburg, Maynard College, Maynard's a JUCO, um, or I think Maynard's a D3, one of the two. Then it
Yeah,
was
I know Maynard.
uh, it's another school that was in New York. I forgot the name of it. It was a Division 1 JUCO, and they were really really good. And they could have helped me go Division 1, but and then oh yeah, Camden County College. So um, I had some offers or whatever like that, but um, once I got hurt, the offers went away. And then a couple guys on my team, from Order Reed, they got offers and stuff like that too. So and then those guys like I got overlooked because of those looks and stuff like that too a little bit because I ain't play as much. Um, but yeah, like pretty much outside of that, like after after 2015, I think it was 2015, 2016. That was when Golden State went on that crazy run
Mm-hmm.
and they went like a seven through a 73-9.
Oh,
That
the
some
2017 Warriors. Yeah,
No, that was
16.
2016.
That was 16. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
the
yeah,
Cavs one. Yeah.
yeah, so 2015, 2016 was when the Cavs won. So um that summer I was going crazy that whole summer. And I was still playing with a high ankle sprain with my uncle. I was playing in all these summer leagues everywhere, like playing down north at the King Center. I played down South Philly at Smith Playground. I played in the Sunny Hill League, if you remember Sunny Hill.
Of course.
Um, and I
I
played
played
in
Sunny Hill down Point Breeze a lot.
yeah, and then I played down Point Breeze. I played up and I also played AAU basketball too. So that whole summer I was killing. And then because I was young, I was eight, like I graduated when I was like 16 or something like that. So I was still able to play because I was 18. And then I was able to qualify for the Unsigned Senior Showcase again, killed that. And then I got an offer to go to, well, it's not really an offer, but I got an opportunity to go to Becker College. They offered me a partial scholarship, like like education scholarship. And then after that, the sky was the limit after that once I was to Becker. Becker was located in Worcester, Massachusetts. And I was a freshman going in there and I was frail. I was like, I think I wish I could show you the pictures. I was frail too. I was like I had to have been like 170, 172,
Man, yeah.
skinny, like bony. But I killed it. I think I averaged that year, my freshman year, freshman season, I averaged like 6 points, like 6 rebounds, and like 3 assists. And I was like second or third in steals for my team.
Playing the swing guard.
Yeah, so like I was
Okay.
coming up, I was a swing guard, 6 man, and then like my coach had me sometimes playing the three because I was more athletic back then.
Okay.
Like I had a lot of bounce and I was like you know jumpy a little bit, as you could say. Like I had a little bit of bounce.
Yeah. So that was, you said
Mm-hmm.
Massachusetts, yeah, because you said you did say you went to school in Massachusetts. Did you have a stint in Rosemont or something like that?
No, so when I was at Becker, I played at Becker for 3 years. I played from my freshman to my junior season. COVID happened. So
Right.
when COVID happened, we wound up finding out the news that the school was shutting down. And when we found out, my name was in the portal, the transfer portal.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It was so many schools coming for me, and it was a lot to it was overwhelming
You
for
had
as
one
many.
year eligibility
Uh,
left.
yeah, so like
I can see it.
it was crazy because I think I averaged like 11 points my junior season and like 6 rebounds and like 3 assists, but I led my team in steals. So all the Division threes from out Massachusetts was looking at me like UMass Amherst, Nichols College, Babson, um, Worcester, no, not Worcester, Massachusetts, Worcester State, and all them schools like that. Then like a couple guys that I met from Boston U were trying to help me go Division 1 at the time too. But then I was like, I'm not gonna go D1 because they're gonna try to make me sit, and I'm not trying to sit or whatever and be an old senior because I'm already older than most of the guys
Yeah.
anyway, because I took a year off. So I wound up transferring to Rosemont. Uh, a lot of schools from Philly was recruiting me, but I chose Rosemont because of, you know, my guy Sel Curry. Shout out to Sel Curry. Um, he seen me at these runs one day and he was like, "Yo, bro, you should come to Rosemont with me and come hoop with me." I'm like, "All right, yeah, we'll be a good 2-1 punch. I mean, 1-2 punch." And then after that, um, my old like I called him my big brother or whatever. Rest in peace to Makai Clemens. He came to me and found out that I was a new recruit coming into Rosemont. And he was like, "Yeah, but look, like I seen him play 1-on-1, and then he found out who I was, and he was like, 'Yo, listen,' because we was down South Philly at 20th Street. You know what 20th Street playground is." And he like, "Yeah, bro, like I heard that you one of the top recruits coming into Rosemont or whatever. So what you gonna do? You gonna commit?" I'm like, "Yeah, I might commit." He said, "Bro, you commit. I'm gonna look out for you, help you out." And then once that happened, I was in there with some dogs. I was in there with some 5th year seniors. We had an okay season. Unfortunately, we didn't get to the championship. I wound up getting hurt. I tore my meniscus during playoffs against one of the best teams in our conference. And then if I would never tore my meniscus, we'd have won the whole championship. I mean, we'd have won the whole tournament, the whole thing.
That's how you lost your bounce.
That's definitely how I lost my bounce because I had wound up getting PTSD from jumping because they were saying at first they were telling me, "Oh, I got jumper's knee." Jumper's knee is like having like
Mhm.
bad knee pain and all types of stuff. So it's really like baby arthritis in your knee. But it was my the way my knee was feeling, like, and then like I had a partial tear in my patella tendon. So on top of my meniscus being torn, I had a partial tear in my patella tendon. So I needed surgery, and I didn't know. So the trainer told me at the time, like, listen, um, he once he found out, he was like, yeah, you might have tore something more. And then when I got the MRI and stuff, he said, yeah, you might have tore your meniscus way before you thought that you really tore it. Like it might have had like a little small tear. And then after that, he was like, yeah, like you messed your knee up pretty good. So
Yeah, I was wondering because I seen you dunk before.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? So you can still do it. You just, it ain't
yeah,
you don't get crazy with it no more.
not no more. My coach tell me all the time, like he be like the coach I play for now, he be mad at me all the time. He be like, yo, you be up there at the rim. Why don't you just turn it over? And I'm just like, I don't be me in my head, I be thinking like just get the layup. But in their mind and from their eyes, what they see my teammates and everything, they be like, bro, you be over the rim, your hand be over the rim. And I'm just like, bro, I just don't want to dunk because it don't be you going up, it be the landing. So like I don't want to feel that pain landing. So
Yeah, that's a
one
real
of the
thing, bro.
yeah, one
That's
of these days one of these days you come to a game, I might dunk for you.
hey man, I get it now. Like I didn't get it when I was younger, but as you grow and go through your own experiences, and you watch more and more basketball. Like damn, like you understand like good guys that was really good and they go through these injuries and then just don't never be the same athletically. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, like Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is he's my favorite player of all time
Mm,
by far. I watched Derrick Rose when I was in middle school, and I always loved this game. And I try to replicate my game before I became a great shooter as I am right now. I replicated my game and I dedicated my game to Derrick Rose. Like my friends will tell you, like when I used to play in playground basketball and recreational basketball, even AAU, I was finishing all around the rim, left, right, no matter what. And then that's when I started. That's when I learned how to dunk.
yeah,
And then once I started learning how to dunk, I'm like, okay, like now I see what Derrick Rose be doing now. But I wasn't like a 2 foot
yeah,
jumper like him. I was a 1 foot jumper, but
yeah.
I
Me
used to
too.
I used to yeah, I used to be dunking. I used to be over the rim and stuff. Like I dunked on a couple of my friends. Um and yeah, man, I was super quick. I was super quick on the floor. Like my first step is super quick. So I can only imagine how athletic I used to be back then.
Yeah, high school, I never had an in game dunk. Um,
Never.
nah, I didn't even
Oh
try.
man.
And like I wasn't known for bunnies. I could get up there, but I think when I seen this dude that was, I don't know if you know JoJo McClain. He was like
Hmm.
a year over me. He was dice all pub. I never forget he tried to dunk in the game. That joint said boing. That joint-
Oh, he
it was
got
a
a rim
bad joke.
block.
He got up there, but he missed it. And then my coach was hot. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? Then I
yeah, nah.
after that, I was just like, no, I'm good. And I just never even thought about it again. But
Just
I
lay
could
it
get up
up.
there. I was more of a layup ball. I can, switch it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I was
Hmm.
more to back to the basket anyway. But I could,
Hmm.
I had a little jelly with me. I just never,
Yeah.
once I got old, like out of high school, it was chalk, bro. I didn't even think about it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
But I
that
I did it
mileage.
before. Yeah,
It's that mileage when you like that's like driving you driving a car for years and years and years. You got
yeah.
too many miles on that car, you it's time to give it
Uh,
up.
it's a real thing, man. Um,
Mm-hmm.
who was the toughest player you played against in high school?
In high school,
Yeah, take it back to that.
let me see. By far, it was three players, they was all on the same team. Right. At the high school, Josh Sharkey,
Mm.
Derek Jones Jr., and David Beatty. They all three was on the same team. They played for Archbishop Carroll. Those guys, yep. Um
You talking about
outside of
Derek Jones that's in the league, right?
Derek Jones Jr., yes.
Yeah. I forgot
Um,
he was supposed to be. Yeah, he before
yeah,
Josh.
like I'm not gonna lie. I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember my older brother, my older brother was at the crib, and I'm like, yeah, bro, we got a big game tomorrow. Cause like Order Reed, first of all, we went to the Elite Eight, won the Elite Eight, went to the Final Four. You know what I'm saying? Played against Constitution, lost the Constitution, and then we had to play against Carroll. I'm like, and my coach was like, yeah, y'all gotta play against Archbishop Carroll. I'm like, who Archbishop Carroll? And he like, yeah, it's a really good Catholic team. They got this one guy named Derek Jones. And then they got Jameer Nelson. I think that's his cousin. Or his, Josh. I think Josh Sharkey's his cousin or his nephew. One of the two.
Hmm.
So I'm like, who is Derrick Jones? So my brother looked it up. We sitting at the kitchen table. And he like, y'all got to play against him. I'm like, first highlight I seen, he did like a 360 between the leg dunk. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, my brother was like, yo, like y'all gotta make sure like y'all don't let him jump or nothing.
Yeah.
I swear I
Yeah.
lied to you not.
So Carroll was
First,
just grabbing all the guys from Chester, huh?
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
First play of the game, they tip the ball off. Boom. Tip it off. Josh Sharkey get the ball. He push it straight down middle. He just throw the ball behind him. All I see was Derrick Jones just catch it off 1-2 and just float from the free throw line and dunk it on my whole team.
Dang.
First play, like you
Yo,
know how like go ahead, I'm listening.
I was about to say that's the only thing I can hold my head up high about. Like I never got yammed on. Like
Bro.
never, never no crazy put back, nothing crazy. Like the times what I would do is because I was strong. So even though people was taller than me, I had
Mm-hmm.
upper body strength. So I would like before I even see you gather, I'm reaching in that joint, trying to grab that joint from you. You know what I'm saying? I remember we played against MOTEP. I was a senior, I think. They
Mm-hmm.
had a sophomore that was like 6'10".
Mm-hmm.
Can't think of his name. I don't even know what he did after that. But I just know they had a sophomore that was 6'10" at the time. We played
Mm-hmm.
MOTEP. And he was like, they kept going to him in the post, bro. I was holding my own, but it's like he too tall.
Too
So that was
tall,
the only
yeah.
thing I could hold my head, on because I was tall, I was strong. But like in high
He just
school,
had
bro,
that
it
height.
was yeah, it just had height. If I would, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this. Like you can ask my man's. I played with a lot of guys that played. Like I played against Goodman and all them dudes, but he probably don't
Mm.
remember because it was so long ago. But I remember Mill Jefferson, all those guys. They played for Team Philly in the Philly
Yeah,
finals
that's
or whatever.
Nil, my big bro too. Yeah.
Like he was like, like at the age like from like 11 to 14, we was all on the same level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Once we got to
Mm-hmm.
high school and stuff like that, those guys went to good programs and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
their game continued to grow. Like I didn't go to school for basketball, which I should have, but at the same time, like those guys just started to grow, and then they really showed what it was. Like, man, it's crazy just
Yeah.
to know that some of these guys even made it that far. Like I know made it to the league essentially. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
remember when I was in Quaddy Green, he played for the young bull team. You know what I'm saying? I played for like 12, 13 and under. He was like 9 and under or something like that at the
Mm-hmm.
time. He was tough, bro. Like he's calling baby AI when he was a young bull.
Mm-hmm.
And my man
Yeah.
Quill Brown, Quill, he went to Robeson. You know Quill? Skinny Quill?
I probably do. I probably got to see him because they probably. It's. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know,
He got
Philadelphia,
braids
man.
now.
Philadelphia got so many names. They be giving guys
Yeah.
nicknames and stuff that I'll be like, all right, I just know him as this. You know,
Yeah. Well, there's a
like
couple Quills in Southwest. I'll tell you
yeah,
that.
definitely,
Because
yeah, for
that Quill live
sure.
in Southwest too. He used to live on like 67.
Hmm.
He went to Robeson, and I got a cousin named Quill. I know you know Quill Jones.
Yeah.
He the year over me, so he went to West Philly, but then he played JUCO and all that. Tough,
Hmm. Yeah,
tough.
bro.
Cause lefty, them
Hmm.
lefties, man.
Yeah, Cole Jones. He brown skin. He used to hang out with Jaquan Newton and them. Or
Yeah,
I'm
him. Yeah.
yeah, yep. That's yeah, I know. Yeah, that's we. I actually,
Yo,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I played against him too. This is my first time. This is my first time playing against him in the league, and he like, I'm guarding him. I'm guarding you. I'm guarding Mir. I'm like, bro, I don't even feel like you guard me, dog, because you about to play me hard and all. I don't even like. I don't even got
okay.
time. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie to you, but like, I took on a challenge. You know, we lost that game. He was dunking crazy, but I was still going at them guys. Like, I had a mediocre team at the time too, and his team was way more equipped. They had way more chemistry than us. Some of my guys, they don't even play basketball no more, and they were out of shape too. So he was just having his way, doing him, dunking, shooting the ball. So I'm just trying to hold my team at bay, like layups, threes. And he started getting mad, and that's when he just took over the game, and then the game was over after that.
Oh, yeah. The offensive package was crazy.
Hmm.
Offensive
Yeah,
package is crazy. I think Southwest got probably, I don't know, we might have the best hoopers, bro. I don't care.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like we got our hoopers are slept on. I'm gonna be honest to you, like
Yeah.
because a lot of our hoopers they transfer out or they leave out the hood and they go somewhere else and they don't
Yeah.
claim Southwest to be their hood. They claim where
True.
they from. So like. but they always say like North Philly got the best hooper, South Philly is second, or South Philly got the best hooper, North Philly. Like it's always that argument. I think Southwest is just in the middle. So it's like, all right, like, what I'm saying? We got
Yeah.
some hoopers. Like I played against what's the guard name that played for he played for the Wolfpack now. I played against him and his brother at King Sesson all the time. And
Yeah,
they
his brother,
dad used yeah, what's his name?
light skin.
Uh Quadir Copeland.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I know you're talking
Quadir
about. Yeah,
Copeland. So these guys are what I mean, like him and his they call their brother twin. They call them twins, but his
yeah.
they not really twins. His brother's older than them, but his brother never really, we always used to have we used to butt heads all the time. And then they dad used to be on the sideline, like, talking trash to me and my
Mm-hmm.
uncle talking trash to him, and we just be going at it. But I hated guarding them too because like, how when you switch on the next guy and you think like, like, all right, he can't do the same thing that the last guy just did.
Yeah.
No, these two the same copy, same everything. And it's like once I switched on one brother, I gotta guard the next brother and he do the same thing as the last brother. So growing up
Oh,
playing against them was cool. Growing up and playing against Samir Dowdy was cool.
I heard he was a bucket. Yeah,
Yeah,
Auburn. Yeah,
Samir Dowdy. Shout out to him. That's my bro too. He used to play for Comtech too.
yeah. I
Um,
never really knew him, but I seen him play in person a few times.
mm, yeah, man. Like we got a lot of slept on hoopers in
We
Southwest.
could take it back too, bro. Like you said, Jaquan Newton, he was a bucket in the
Yeah,
city. Then he did his
Quan
thing in
Newton.
Miami. But his
Yeah.
pop, bro,
No, his pop
his
crazy. I already heard
his
stories. I
pop,
only heard stories.
his floater, bro, his floater game was crazy, bro.
Hmm.
His floater
Really?
game was crazy. Yeah,
I
like
ain't never
yo,
get to watch it. He always was on. He every time I seen him, he was always sitting on the sideline watching Quan play.
yeah, like what happened was I'm a few years older than you, so I was like in King Sesson. That's where I used to
Hmm.
live at. And then my uncles was from there. So I had an uncle that like was the era before Newton Pop, like
Hmm.
right before him. So he
Hmm.
used to put me deep to it. But I actually seen them play when and one came down to the city one time. They played at King Sesson, AO and all of them.
Hmm.
And I tell you, bro, these niggas put on the show. Yo, it was crazy, bro. Like Newton Pop, he came down, hit him with the like he showed it to him, and then hit him with a nutmeg,
Hmm.
came back, floater game, all game. It was just like I couldn't believe it, bro. Like Southwest really got hoopers like from the time before us, our
I
parents or
think.
whatever.
Hmm. I think our
Yeah,
class. I think my class was probably the last class, like last best class to me with
yeah.
basketball. Like because like when we
I'm
was
out the loop
there,
now. I'm
yeah,
out the loop like
yo,
crazy.
like what? Because like 2015, I'm gonna be honest, when we graduated and stuff like that, I know it's a long time ago, but it's like when I was there, it was, we had MOTEP that was good in high school. We had Constitution that was good. We had King High School, they was good. We had West Philly, they was good. We had Mastery North, they was good. Then
Yeah,
Order Reed came out of nowhere. We were good. Free Airy was good. So like all the teams, they
yeah,
had
yeah.
somebody. They had somebody on the team. And the next thing you know, Samir transferred to MCS,
Mm,
and he took over MCS, and they were all good. So like every school around that time was tough. And then like, like cause back in the day around your time with J. Luke and all them schools
oh
had
man, yeah,
somebody. All them like every school was like a crazy game. Like Lincoln High School, my coach, shout out to Coach Doug Tucker, you know. Um, he played for Lincoln and stuff. Back in the day, and I used to watch him. I watched him play against Comtech because my dad was a coach there. And then every game that I went to when we played against MCS and all of
yeah.
them, they was all good. Every
That-
team, every team was good.
That's why actually when you went to Robeson, I guess Tahara was gone by then. I'm not sure,
Yeah, he
but
probably was. He probably was
uh,
gone because it
uh,
was
he played like Kobe.
really
Yeah, as a like he was a coach, but he played too beforehand.
right.
Um, bro, like I remember one time he actually played because I was like 11, 12 and under. Then he had the 14 under, 15 under.
Hmm.
Um, so he had a lot of people on the team. Brandon Penn, he went to Robeson.
Hmm.
Then he graduated like 08 or 09, one of them. Brandon Penn, he played big
Hmm.
man. Novar Gasson, he played for Bartram.
Hmm.
Who
Novar,
else?
yeah, no,
Um,
Novar, yeah. Nova, our big bro too. He from where? I think he from Southwest too, ain't
He
he?
from the yeah, he from right around right
Yeah.
around the way, yeah, near Bartram and all that. It's crazy
Mm-hmm.
because I remember like the year him and Ty Garland all them played on the team, bro. I went to you know what I'm saying. I went to the playoff joints, but I was out. You know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I seen the year after Novor left when Garland went to the championship. He had like 36, something
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But
Ty Guard.
I either seen a lot in Southwest, like a lot of hoopers, bro. Hassan
Mm-hmm.
Jones, that's my man. He lived on my block.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually went to Rosemont. That's why I asked like what year you went, because yeah, he went to
Mm-hmm.
Rosemont, but he was a class of '09, so he probably graduated like 2013 or
Wait,
something like that.
yeah, way before. Yeah, way before I got the Rosemont.
He went to Bach. He had bunnies.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Trying to think. I
I
gotta
ain't seen
ask
a
my
lot.
dad. We gotta go through that ancient book to see all the guys there. You
Yeah,
know.
bro, it's crazy. Like we can go down a crazy list, man. Like, I can go down like people that are way older than us, like in their 40s right now. Like
Right.
I seen a lot of them. And like I said, I looked up to certain guys. Like I looked up to Novar. You know what I'm saying? There was another
Mm-hmm.
guy on the team named Ryan, and he went to FLC. They always used
Mm-hmm.
to compare us, like I was the younger version of him or something like that. And that
Right.
team was crazy. They was like Lamar Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
Modine, bro,
Mm-hmm.
crazy, crazy work.
Bro.
I could go all day, but I ain't gonna beat you up about it. But yeah, like I done seen them
Mm-hmm. You
hoopers
over there
like coming up.
reminiscing. You over
Yo,
there
real rap,
reminiscing.
real rap, bro. With so many, it's crazy. But what was the biggest difference between high school and college ball?
For me, be honest to you, this is like advice to the kids, that's coming up now. Like the biggest difference is the transition from, and I'm gonna talk about the school part, and then I'm gonna talk about the sports
Yeah,
part.
could definitely get
So,
into how you balance the both of them mentally too.
so like the school part, like be honest to you, like I always lived in the city. I always was a city kid. So moving to Massachusetts was a big like transition. Like, as you can't go to no Chinese stores, no poppy stores. So like, you know what I'm saying? So like you gotta eat at the caf at a certain time. So like, and then like you in the dorm and you by yourself, like ain't no mom, you can't go to the kitchen, you can't walk downstairs and go in the living room, put your feet up and watch TV. Like you gotta share stuff. If you never really share stuff with nobody, if you didn't have siblings and stuff. So that transition from moving from Philly to Massachusetts was a big one. Like I learned how to be more independent. I grew into my own personnel and my own person, and my own man at the time. Um, and then also like, like the school, like you gotta like your mom, you gotta think about it. Your mom, when she getting up for work, she waking you up, time to get up for school. Like, all right, you get up for school. Your roommate may not wake you up for class, bro, because
Yeah, every man for themselves.
every man for themselves. So it was like that was a kicker. Then like being in a different state and learning like the whole like the culture of the state, like the area, the weather, all of that stuff played a role. So going into classes and stuff like that, I had to learn how to fend for myself. Like you know, some teachers. I'm not gonna lie, like Boston, there's a lot of like Caucasians out there, so I dealt with my fair share of racism. Um, I also, went out there and I learned how like, life really was for, what God gave me at the time. Like God showed me the ropes of what's going on and um how am I supposed to, adjust to the lifestyle from living at home with my mom and then being back on my own.
Yeah.
And then, like getting up for classes and stuff every day, like make sure you up early. Please. Your class if you got 8 a.m. and you gotta catch that shuttle, you better catch the earliest shuttle because the moment that you want to take that, you look at your clock and it's I got an extra 15 minutes. You going that 15 minutes gonna turn to 45 and then you late to class. Your teachers don't care about you getting your work done or whatever. Always submit your homework and your assignments in on time or ahead of time so that you
Hmm.
can have a lot of free time for yourself. Now, as far as
Makes
being an
sense.
athlete, like I said, as far as being an athlete, athletes at like because we used to have morning workouts like 6 a.m.s and getting up at practice and working out.
Yeah.
Then I got homies and teammates and stuff, and they talk about let's get to the gym, let's go work out. So like I'm like, and as a freshman, you can't really say no because if you say no, they gonna troll you, they gonna go at you, they gonna make you hold their bags, all types of crazy stuff. That's like just like being a rookie in the NBA. So luckily for me at the time, I'm from Philly, so like I ain't
Yeah.
hold nobody dag. Like you tripping. So I'm going to practice every day. Um, and then like the landscape of learning like the difference between high school and college that the high school coaches, like some high school coaches care. Them college coaches, they care for you because at the end of the day, they show you like they gonna talk to you like they your mom and they your dad, and they gonna treat you as such far as like they gonna test you, they gonna talk to you, they gonna be in your grill, they gonna be in your face telling you to go to class, they gonna be in your ear telling you to do the work, then they gonna discipline you if you're not getting that stuff done.
Yeah.
Then on top, but the biggest thing is that they're gonna reward you at the end. Like what I learned at the end, like I didn't when I used to hate my coach, I used to be like, bro, I hate him, bro. Like why he always on me? I'm always in his
Mhm.
office. Like Coach Gorman, like my coach from Becker, Coach Gorman, he used to always be on me, dog. Bring me in his office, and then he used to always get Jameer like Jameer don't never want to go to class. He always want to be around the girls or girl. And it wasn't like that though. In my eyes, I was going to class. I was just getting chased a little bit because, I'm the only guy from Philly that stayed
Mhm.
there. Because my other teammate that went to Orton Reed, he went there with me, but he wound up leaving. So being the only one from Philly, being a freshman that's winning rookie of the week honors, then being the only freshman on my team, really really playing big minutes, girls were gonna flock. So they was, what I'm saying? And that was another thing, like what I learned was like the direction of learning how to stay focused when you get out to these schools is a key. Because if you don't focus on the main goal and keep the main thing, you're gonna fall apart.
Mm. That's
And
real.
and then you're gonna fall apart. Like, and I'm gonna explain to you how you're gonna fall apart. The first thing you're gonna fall apart is you're gonna be away and you're gonna get homesick, you're gonna wish that you was home.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel like you're missing out on a lot. Then on top of that, missing out on a lot, you probably got some girls that you was talking to as a guy. I don't know how the females are, but as a guy, you're gonna be missing your childhood sweetheart and all this. You're gonna be seeing them. You're gonna be like, oh dang, I gotta make it back home. I wanna go home. I can't wait to go home. Then on top of that, um, like stuff gonna get hard out there. Like, you may not, you may be going through classes and you may be going through like mental problems as far as like, test anxiety, you
Mhm.
know, not passing your classes and stuff. Then you got your coach in your ear cursing you out, and then you got your homies in your ear asking you, yo, why your coach not putting you in the game? What's going on? Why you suspended? And then your mom in your ear. It's just
Yeah.
a lot. It's just a lot. So
Crazy
like,
mix.
yeah, bro. So as a student athlete, I say like for the youth, I say like, prioritize your milestones and the goals that you have once you go to school, like your class, like your books, stay on your books, speak to your advisors, go to your advisors, be cool with your teachers, speak to the smartest person in your classroom, and then I'm saying like, and keep it straight like that. Like, do not take it any other way, far as like, oh, I'm gonna use this person to do my homework for me. No, because once you get that test in front of you, you by yourself. You got to know what's how to do that algorithm, or how to do that pie chart, all types of stuff. So
Nah,
that's
that's
what I
real.
learned. That's what I learned when I was in when I transferred. Well, when I went out to Massachusetts. But I think it shaped me for the better.
It does. I don't have many regrets in my life, but one thing I do say is like I did have an opportunity to play ball at an all boys school.
Hmm.
I kind of like turned it down for some family stuff. I
Okay.
kind of had to be grown at an early age type stuff. But do I regret it? Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, because
Uh.
I at the time I still did have an interest in playing ball. Even though I know I
Mm,
was like limited in height and stuff like that, I still think I could have did something. Given that situation, especially if I would have hit the gym all crazy and just really locked in on that, I'd have been
hmm.
cool. Because there's like
Right.
kind of a natural talent thing. Like when I first started playing ball, I just knew how. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it
Hmm.
was like because it ran in my blood or you know what I'm saying. I just I watched ball a lot, so I just kind of knew how to do certain things
Hmm.
fundamentally. And I said, bro, like I can't. I'm not trying to spice myself or nothing like that. But my back to the basket game as a young boy was crazy. Even like today, like if I
Hmm.
really wanted to play ball, I could do that.
Hmm.
But it's just like everybody, I'm just not that tall. I'm
I
only
mean,
six two at the most on the court.
we need a back to the basket person on our team. I'm saying, so
I'm
you want
definitely
to get,
nah. I would have to really hit the lab for like 3, 4 months straight before I can actually do something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it do sound good.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm on like I said, I'm about to be 33, so I'm like, I don't know, like my last. If I was to kept playing ball, this probably would be like the end of my prime. Maybe who knows?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But just like, do you think that Philly, athletes get enough support?
No.
No.
And I'm gonna say this because the simple fact is like I felt both avenues from being in Philadelphia and then being in Massachusetts, and I felt the love between the two. Which one
Okay.
was genuine and which one was just you know, for somebody else to get on. And Philadelphia, I just say like we don't support each other enough, and that goes in all avenues, not even just in
Yeah.
sports. Like all avenues, like the support is not genuine or is not for longevity. It's just for the time being, for a quick come up or for you to
Yeah.
get the quick buzz. Nobody looks at the long run. So what I say is like Philly has to do something better in order for you to support. Because you gotta think about it, like it's so many. Like for instance, in the basketball world, since we talk about sports and basketball, there's so many great schools that have great programs and stuff. But MOTEP, they just feel like MOTEP is such a better program because guys get scholarships out of there. For
Mhm.
instance, Shayla Smith, she came to Order Reed. She came to Order Reed as a freshman. She was good. Our sophomore season, amazing. Junior season, 1,000 point scorer. Senior season, all time leading scorer. No, I think our sophomore season she was. I don't know if it was our sophomore season or our junior season she was 1,000 point scorer, but I know for a fact that she became the fastest player to score 1,000 points and became all time leading scorer and basketball history in Philly basketball history. She broke Dawn Staley record and stuff like that. And like now that they're starting to see like Orton Reed has some going on over there, a lot of people starting to look over their shoulder, look at Orton Reed other than Emotep. But there have been so many guys, so many players, so many women, so many female players all around the city of Philadelphia that were really good that didn't get that opportunity because they wasn't in the right position. And that's because of the love and support from people. People rather go to an MOTEP game rather than going to a West Philly High game playing against Lincoln. They'll go to an MOTEP versus, I'm not going to say no names because I don't want to throw no shots at nobody, but they rather go to watch MOTEP play rather
Uh,
than watching their own high school team play, and that's the problem right there. So like, um, it's a difference from the Catholic League.
yeah.
Like Catholic League, that's collegiate, that's like college environment. So and like they support each other, like far as Roman Catholic, Newman Goretti, Archbishop Carroll, Archbishop Ryan and stuff. Like their fan base, like you got to see the games. I remember I went to a game watching
Yeah.
Quade Green and them at the Palestra one time, and this is in person. When I went to a game, it felt like I was at the college game. I felt like I was at a Duke game. Like it was
Yeah.
people.
Lester used to be
It's
crazy. The
yo
vibes there is crazy. The atmosphere
yo
is crazy.
kids with no shirts on screaming, people running on the floor. It was just amazing. So like what I'm trying to get to is the fact that like it's a difference from the pub than the Catholic League because the Catholic League is a lot more guys that go to college,
Yeah,
scholarships and stuff, and then their education is a little bit better.
it is.
But
Yeah,
Philadelphia
like
just
like Newman had a lot. Newman had a lot. That whole
hmm
program was good back in the day. Tony
yeah.
Chenault.
So, hmm
Found out me and him was cousins like later down the line. It was funny
Really?
because like yeah, on my dad's side, it was funny because we used to positive image. I played against him up there and stuff like that, and we
Mm,
almost was on the same team a couple times, but I just never knew, like, you know what I'm saying? That was my folks till later
mm,
down the line. And by that time, he was done playing ball. Like, he doing filmmaking and stuff like that now. But he was tough in high school. And then he went to
mm,
Wake Forest, and Wake Forest is, like, amazing. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Like, I can go back to, I think I was in, like, 8th grade because he was a year over me, I believe. So I was in 8th grade. It was him and Deion Waiters. They played at Newman their freshman year. Of course,
mm,
Deion didn't finish there, but it was him and Waiters. They was down at McGonigal Hall, and this was their ninth grade year. I think Rick Jackson was the big man at the time. He went to
mm,
Syracuse, and they still had Scoop Jardine. They
mm.
were
I remember
seniors,
school
and those was
Jardine.
freshmen. So I got to see them play at the Palestra. I think, and I mean not the Palestra, McGonigal Hall. I think J.R.
Mm,
Smith's little brother came that night too.
mm.
Man,
You
it was a
talking about
showdown,
Chris?
bro. Yeah,
Chris, yeah.
yeah. It was wild. So yeah,
Hmm.
man, I got to see a lot, man. Just like I wasn't always playing,
Oh,
but I got
you
to
in
see a
there?
lot.
You in the mix?
I
You
know a
right
lot.
there? You
Yeah,
right there?
yeah. So that was good, man. But now we can get on your current basketball career and what you got going on now. Wanted to bring your coach up.
Yeah, man. Hold on. Let me see. Give me give me
You can
one
pause it real
second.
quick. All right, we'll pause it right quick and come right back when you're done.
All right.
All right, we back. We back. Stepping What on podcast. All right, we back. We still got my guy Jamir Carr in the building. We brought along another guest, his coach for the Philadelphia Tomahawks. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let him introduce himself, and we're gonna talk some more ball. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm Coach Doug Tucker, the founder, owner of the Philadelphia Tomahawks, semi-pro basketball organization in Philadelphia, man. Uh, been around the game for years. Played particularly on a high level, trained on a high level for years. Found an opportunity to be able to live vicariously through the youth with it. Youth meaning anybody under me, um, and pushing forward to make sure that they can become successful men in life, whether it be in basketball
Sure.
or off the court.
Respect, respect. What year did you found the Tomahawks?
2023. So it was
Okay,
founded probably in the beginning of the year, around the time I had first met Jamir of that year. But we fully established it or legalized it like October of 2023.
Mhm.
mm. Is that a long process for you, like to get that all set up?
Nah, it was quick. I mean, I've been dealing with the pro circuit for quite some years before I met Jamir, and due to my own, uh, I don't mind saying the word failures. Failures at it. From my attempts were very successful, but politics of the game going to choose who they choose. And once I learned how the politics go, I decided to jump into it full fledged to help guys get over the humps of the barriers I couldn't get through or over.
Okay. So do you coach only like the adult ranks, or you coach younger guys too?
Yeah, it started off with younger guys. I worked in a couple elementary schools, and I coached middle school basketball first.
Okay.
And after middle school basketball, I started to do camps, and I had a big camp called the Teamworks Camp that had like 198 student athletes from ages, I believe it was 4 to 11 or 12 or something like that. So it was a huge camp.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. Well, what class? Well, you said what class of high school did you graduate in? I might know a few players that played
2006,
there. 2006. All right. What part of the city you from?
North Philly.
North. Okay. I had like cousins that I had a cousin that played in like I think he graduated like 03, 04. Chris Williams. He played in the West. He's real good. Um, I kind of I was a little late. I graduated 2011, so by that time all those guys was doing what they was doing. But '06, I'm trying to think back to who I might know. So you seen it a lot. Like you seen the Reese Rice and all
Yeah,
that. LeBron came to the city, so you saw
yeah,
all of
yep.
that. So did
Yeah, I
you
was
play
there, bro.
yourself too?
Yeah, I played basketball. I went all public first team out of Lincoln. Got a couple different city awards for basketball. All suburban one out of Abington Senior High before I came back to Lincoln. And I played. I was in the Punks magazine for high school students, Slam magazine for high school students with a Lutheran Christian Academy prep.
Okay, I know what that is. Yo, bro, your name sounds familiar, so I'm just trying to get it together because I didn't know
Yeah, I
your
was.
name before you just hopped on. I'm like, Doug Tucker sounds kind of familiar because I always studied basketball. Like even when I wasn't like playing, when I was a young boy, I
Yeah.
was studying too. So that's dope, bro. So you got the Philly Tomahawks, and y'all travel. How far do y'all travel? Probably.
Oh man, up and down the East Coast, man. We got a national tour I was able to put together, man. Pretty much, if I could run it down real quick, New York, of course, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Ohio, um, Illinois, uh, what we got? West Virginia, Virginia, Texas, North Carolina, Atlanta, Florida. I skipped over Delaware because we didn't get a matchup in Delaware yet, but we got one international game possibly this year that we're looking forward to, and that's in Puerto Rico. So we got a
Okay.
big schedule.
DC and Maryland too.
Oh yeah, yeah, the
Yeah.
Maryland. Yeah, I forgot all about that. We play them next week. So yeah, we got
Hmm.
DC as well.
Yeah. That's dope, man. Like I'm just I used to go to semi-pro games when I was younger, but I didn't know too much at that time. So I'm a little bit more educated in it now. You educating me some more now. When is y'all next game?
Sunday, February 8th, it's an away game. We play against the Metropolitan All Stars, so that's in the DC area.
Okay.
And, unless we get a game Saturday, which would be a home game. Most of our home games are on Saturdays in Philadelphia at the Six Man Center.
Mhm.
Oh, so that's your home court. Okay, got you, got
That's
you,
our
got
home
you.
court. Yeah,
How
appreciate
did you
you.
come across most of your players?
Um, well, at first I was kind of done with the pro circuit, and a good friend of mine, Nino, he mentioned in the beginning of our
Hmm.
conversation, told me that he had a young guy that he wanted me to help out and work with. And I told him that I'm cool. I'm done. Like I know how the politics go. I'm off it. And he said, "No, this is a special kid. Like you got to see him. Great personality. He got a great character that's gonna go far in life. He just needs the right tutelage. I can't think of nobody better to put him under." So I'm. This is no shade anybody, but I'm thinking of the Kashif Cars on that side of the city. I'm thinking Kojak McCoy. I'm like, man, you got guys on your side like that can do that for him. He was like,
Hmm.
yeah, but this one a little different. It's a little more specific, to my heart. So I need you. So I said, all right, man, I'll come get a kid and look, man. I can't promise you anything. I went to a park. I was watching him play for a little bit. Then he asked me to get on the court. He said, "I'll play against him because I want you to get him, try to bring the best out of him." And successfully, I did. And I was like, "Yeah, he worked my time." And that was Jamir. I said, "He worked my time, but I'm gonna help him out." I think the kid got a chance. So we jumped on his
Mhm.
journey, and I told him, I said, "Listen, this journey takes a serious sacrifice. You got to be willing to give up pretty much everything that you claim you love and that claims love you. You got to be willing to let it go for this journey. It becomes a selfish journey that'll turn into a selfish one if you make the right sacrifice." And he said, "What's the first thing I got to sacrifice?" I said, "Is the way you share your time. You got to be up at 4:30 in the morning, already done fulfilled your breakfast obligation. Get yourself in a light exercise, go run, and then I'll meet you at the gym by 6." He was doing that every day, probably for like 3, 4 months in a row. But the first day, I was like, "Oh, he made it." It was like 5 in the morning. I met him at the YMCA. We worked out. When he got up the second day, I said, "All right, he probably just staying on top of it because it's exciting." My turn to push to make this what it has become today was that third and fourth day that he was there earlier and earlier and documenting his process of finishing each step before we got ourselves to the gym. I said, "Damn, this little dude really want it." So I said, if he dedicated like this to just my words, and I'm gonna dedicate my time to his efforts. So that's how this got jump started.
Respect that. Respect that for sure. Where did
Yeah.
you get the name from? The Tomahawk name from? What does it mean to you?
Oh, okay, so uh, just a quick history, real quick. A lot of us
Hmm.
know or understand we ain't all come over here on no boats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, Quite a few of us have always been here. I got to find out some of my family history. My father's side being Blackfoot Indians, closer to the north. Some of them down south. My mother's family being a part of the Seminoles, which is a group of Indians, the Miccosukee Indians, the Tamaqua Indians, um, Creek Indians, and those that blended with some of those Africans were the first rebellious group to land against the settlers. And that was like inspiring to know that my people was never slaves. That we always fought against the machine. And my great grandfather, he gave me a tomahawk when I was a kid, and I thought I was a little chief Indian. I really was just a badass little kid, but I thought I was a little Indian chief because I had this tomahawk, and he told me that I was Chief Otamahawk. And I asked him, what did it mean? He said, that's the chief that when he arrives in front of any opponent, he tears them down and destroys them. So as a kid, I felt like a little Indian superhero growing up, but never got the experience sharing that knowledge or information or history with anybody. So that's how I came up with the team. I'm like, we here, like we from Turtle Island. This our land. These our people. We gonna rule. And I just put it into basketball terms, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna be the Philadelphia Tomahawks. So that's how I came up with that.
That's dope, bro. It's another dope story
Appreciate that.
right there. So what life lessons do you push harder than you push the basketball skills? Because I know you got to intertwine them, especially when you working with younger fellas.
Yeah, so I got a nonprofit organization, or we have. He's a part of it too, and it's called Badgem, Brothers Against Drugs, Jail, and Murder Incorporated. Um, and pretty much it's a mentorship program that infuses cognitive behavior development in our youth, adolescents, and of course the young men, gearing them to be critical thinkers and make better decisions for themselves before they decide to act on an emotion that can either get them in trouble, deter them from the proper paths in life. Um, and I kind of push that, through basketball. It's an opportunity to reach out to multiple people at one time to save more lives than one. Like if I could save one, you feel like you saved the world. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm saving 10 at a time, then we got worlds of people that we can save through mentorship, establishing uh, trust factor or trustworthy bonds. Letting them know that it's okay to be able to express themselves as little kids, as young men. With adults or people that's going to protect them. So the life lessons that I always push is critical thinking, being careful in your speech, being careful in your thought. Knowledge precedes speech and action. It's something that we push that's within the religion-based faith that I have or that I'm a part of. That's one of the things that we push, that knowledge precedes all speech and action. So to have knowledge of a thing, you're able to act on it the right way, void of all emotions. So those are things that I push through this.
Okay. And what does accountability look like in your program?
Um, in raw terms, being able to say, I messed up, I'm gonna fix it. You know what I'm saying? And if that person, or if I can't fix it, then I'm gonna appeal to those I think can help me fix or correct whatever I've made incorrect or wrong. That's accountability to me. Not having pride to say I don't need nobody help. If I messed up, then that's what it is. It's more so, since I done messed up, I'm a hold the weight of that, and then I'm gonna get that weight off everybody's shoulders.
Makes sense, man. Accountability for sure. Athletes and the coaches, everything. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying right there. Um, Another question: what would you say separates a pro from a good player, or a good player from a pro?
Um, so the good players, they excited to watch. They come with a lot of entertainment. It's a cultural thing. It's your preference. It's the enthusiasm of the players. Hold on, son. It's a podcast. I'm on an interview. No, no, no. You can't get on this interview right now. You wait. You next. So, um, yeah. So, I apologize to my little baby boy.
No, you good.
You said that
Oh, we were talking
when
about separating a good player from a pro.
separating the players from the pros. So having their enthusiasm or their character that come with the game. You can like a person, because they can play basketball. You can consider them good because you feel like they potentially could have obtained a certain level if they had the right push behind them. Like that's a good player. He can make his open shots. He can get to the basket, plays defense. He got good heart towards the game. A professional is the person that's obsessed with becoming the better version of themselves every day, and that's with or without the crowd around. You put the work in silence when the room is empty, when the crowd is loud, and in your presence, the efforts that you put in is going to show. So I feel like the pro is the one that's obsessed with the journey of becoming the best version of themselves, and the good player is he just happens to be talented and could just show it in moments or spurts.
So just to put Carr in the fold of that, what made you see that he was really a pro rather than just a good player?
His determination to become better. The kid really to change somebody's life from being strangers. Whatever it was that he was doing had going on. I didn't ask him. To be truthful, I didn't give a shit about what he had going on. I said, if you really want this journey, I had to be like this to get in front of the NBA teams that I worked out for, the overseas combines that I've been to and was successful at. Um, I tell him, look, this is A, B, and C. If you want X, Y, and Z, you skip anything, like I'm cool, I'm off this shit, like I ain't with it. And he was there every single day, and that was actually kicking my ass because I'm older, So getting up every day was like, why did I even tell him? I should have told him 10 in the morning,
Yeah.
But he was up. He had called me FaceTime, like, look, coach, I'm running. I'm gonna get these 2 miles in, and I'm gonna just meet you at the gym. So I was like, all right, cool. So him being able to just do that was like his professionalism and his character made me see that he was going to be a pro on the court. 'Cause I still haven't seen him at that time playing organized basketball. He sent me his highlights. I'm one of the guys that ain't really care for highlights. I wanted to see like whole game performances. I know what the pros looking for. They want to see 20 minutes of you doing the right thing at all times. They want to see your accountability. They want to see how you overturn mistakes. Your efforts on a 50-50 ball. They want to see how you communicate with your team. I want to see all of that because I know what they're looking for. I know which boxes I couldn't check off in my opportunity to do it. So I'm like, if this kid could do it, then I'm
Should
all
bring
the
him
way
over there.
behind him. And for sure, he was doing it. It was in great shape, pure shooter, could get downhill. Not really the craftiest of ball handlers, but he protected the ball enough that he was going to get to where he needed to be to finish on a defender. And he had just enough heart in him to defend whoever, whether it was help defense, one-on-one defense.
Yeah, I
And I
saw
said,
that.
all you got to do is not be afraid. Yeah, you just got to not be afraid. And he
Yeah.
showed us. I said, damn, you know what, this kid is pro. I'm with the journey. Like, I'm with the journey all the way. So much so, the organization we started with, I said, yo, we're going to separate from this shit and we're gonna start our own. I already had my ideas of doing it anyway, but he
Right.
just gave me the motivation to do it. I said, bro, we getting our own organization.
Yeah. So that jumps right into my next question. What's your vision for the Tomahawks in the next 5 years?
Establishing a true home. So we looking forward to one day having like a 12,000 square foot space where we can have our own gym, um, office space, fitness equipment, just to be able to build and groom future athletes into the professional players that want to become, whether they starting off at 5 years old or they walk in the door at 38, like, hey, look, I'm on the last, end of my career. I want to get it right. I want to be able to establish a home where the culture of basketball knows that we can go into the Tomahawks arena and come out the best version of ourselves. So I just want to always be that platform or the catapult to send guys' careers forward. Because semi-pro ball is it's the bottom barrel in this journey. It's always at the bottom of the list. So to get guys that'll fight through this um, with their own efforts, I see the Tomahawks in 5 years being where everybody's going to want to come to for those connections, for those opportunities, for that specific training and mentorship. So that's what I see for us.
That's dope. That's dope. Before I get you out of here, Coach Doug, got a little rapid fire for you. A couple questions. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Some Philly questions too. What's the hardest gym you ever played with? Played in Philly?
When I was a player.
Yeah, you can do player
Um,
and coach if you want.
okay, so as a player, the hardest gym I probably played in was the jungle gym. It wasn't never hard for me, man, on no basketball court.
Mhm.
I don't know. I had fun in every arena I went into. I was
Okay.
always fearless. Like, I established it a lot. Like, I'm from North at a time where you had to
Yeah,
be cold, you had to be gritty, and I was respectfully, for the people of my era that's gonna see this, they'll vouch respectfully for me.
for
I
sure.
ain't gonna talk too much trash, but
I
everywhere I
got you.
went to go stand on all 10, I stood on them. So I never really seen. I always was excited to get to the next jump. It was never about the best jump or the hardest one. Um, as a coach, um, that's tough to say because it hasn't been in Philadelphia the toughest places that we done been.
Okay.
So it's kind of difficult to say which one's the toughest as a coach, but as a player, I brung it. So that's how that went.
Respect. Respect. Skill or heart?
Say that one more time.
Skill or heart?
Heart. You gotta have heart. If your heart bigger than everything in the room, then you're gonna make it through it. Whatever you facing, whatever you up against.
Yeah.
Skill get you
I was
there.
trying to
Skill's
get there.
exciting too. But heart is what it is. You can't teach heart.
Mhm.
That got to come from your father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't teach that.
AAU or high school?
AAU has destroyed so many components
I've
of
been hearing that a
structured
lot lately.
basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of tough, man. I'd rather kids do what they need to do traditionally to make their high school teams, keep up with their scholastics and do what you need to do to be seen and to be heard. Create the voice and opportunity for yourself. They say opportunity don't always come knocking. It don't. Sometimes you can go knock on opportunity door. And I think high school kids that compete can do that. The accelerated process of that through AAU is exciting, but the parents, the dads, the moms, they've destroyed the true element and feel what AAU was supposed to be. You kind of like, it's horrible. Like, you see people getting robbed all the time. It's not what it once was. Like when I was coming up with AAU basketball, you actually had to be an elite player from your school. You couldn't just jump on because your mom gonna pay the 1,200 or your dad gonna pay the 1,200 for you to be on the team. You actually
Yeah.
was somebody that deserved to be out there competing for a possible Division 1, Division 2, Division 3 scholarship. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
All right. Zone or man?
Man to man. Yeah.
Always.
Man to man.
Always.
Always. Yeah.
Yeah. And lastly, what makes a Tomahawk player?
It's respect, not only for the opportunity that he's been given, but for the time that our coaching staff is willing to put in to see them become the best version of themselves. If he can respect our time, because it's something you can't get back, and it's something that always goes forward, um, and it's something that always leaves you behind. So if you can respect the time and
That's
respect the opportunity, then you could be a tomahawk player.
Mhm.
definitely. Man, Coach Tucker, I definitely appreciate you coming up, bro, and chatting with us, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Tapping in with us, man. I'm gonna tap into you some more too. I'm gonna follow you on the gram and everything. And
Sure.
probably get at you, and we do something again for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would
Yeah,
appreciate the opportunity, man.
yeah. I
Thanks.
respect your work, bro, for sure.
Thank you so much,
Um,
Mhm.
man. Same to you.
before you go, throw your at name up there for everybody if you want to. How they can,
Uh,
where they can find you at and everything.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram as Mr. Tucker.23. My organization's page, my team page is Philadelphia underscore Tomahawks underscore 23. My official website is PhiladelphiaTomahawks.org. Follow me, jump on there, contact me, contact us.
All right, for sure. I'm gonna be getting with you, bro, and I'm definitely be at some more games, man. Tap in with y'all and
Mhm.
support, any way I can for sure.
All right, I appreciate that.
All right, bro. Thanks, man.
All
All right,
right,
gentlemen.
cool.
All right, thank
All right.
you. Yep.
Yo,
All right.
bro.
Now it's down to me. That's like I
That was
feel
good,
like
man.
I feel like you had him there. He was answering questions and stuff. That's just like your mom when she beating you. She beat the brother first.
Yeah,
Now she dealing with you now. So that's just me by myself.
yeah. Right back at it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I
Yeah.
ain't going. Ain't too much more, bro. But definitely want to talk about the work field you in, and how that's been helping you and shaping you, working with the kids and everything. What it means to you.
Okay, so on the work field that I'm in, so I'm a because when you play semi-pro ball, like you're trying to play for a contract to go overseas or whatever. And I was blessed enough to get a couple offers and stuff, and a couple contracts sent to me. I'm not gonna exploit everything too much of what I got
Right,
going
right.
on. But outside of that, as a semi-pro athlete, you still have to make your ends on how to make money, depending on what team that you play for, and depending on your contract, if you're getting paid or not. Outside of that, outside of making money playing ball, I would say like I'm working in the home healthcare field, as a DSP. Um, I work as a DSP with the youth, with the younger kids that go to school, and then I
Hmm.
also work with adults too, which is my second job. So I have two jobs right now. I work full time, and my imprint or my footprint in this type of field is like helping and assisting people that need help. Growing up as a kid, I always wanted to help people. My mom would tell you, my dad would tell you, like I was always a caring, loving person. No matter what, I'll give you my last meal. I'll take the hoodie off my back or last or t-shirt off my back if I got to give you whatever that you need to keep you warm. But pretty much, I just love what I do because at the end of the day, um, this is not for the weak. Getting up every day and taking care of somebody else's, child or brother or sister or grandmom and mom or father or whatever. And I feel bad for, some people that are sent away because of the simple fact of the lack of care from their relatives or their family members and stuff because their family members feel like they can't take care of them. So, I just put my all into this type of field. And like it's hard learning about somebody else's, lifestyle and livelihood and what
Yeah,
they like to eat and what they like to drink and all it's different. But it's also like caring thing to or a good thing to learn about another person. So that's my biggest thing is taking care of that person and making sure that they have what they need and they got their food, they got their favorite snack, they got their favorite cover, whatever that it is, I'm gonna get it for you.
for sure, bro. That's good. How long you been doing that now?
I've been in this field for about 2 years now. I was working in this field before when I first graduated at college in 2022. And
Okay.
then I started because I wanted to get in my field with college because I was the sports management major first. Then I turned to my major from sports management to business and administration when I went to Rosemont and I got my degree in that. And like some just told me like, apply for that job. Just apply for it and see what they say. And then one thing led to another. Now I'm here.
We are. Man, I'm glad you out here working with the youth though, especially, bro. That's one of the things that I enjoy doing in my time. I used to coach football for a little while.
hmm
So
Yeah.
what an
Like
experience, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be honest with you, like I met so many kids and so many like
Yeah.
it's just crazy to see like them grow into a better person or they grow into taking care of themselves and stuff. And then even when I was coaching in high school, like when I was coaching in high school and stuff, I met kids at Order Reed and stuff like that, and
Hmm.
watching how they grew up and seeing how what they accomplished and seeing like the potential. And I always they love me. I swear they love me so much. Like I could go back to them and I could write them on Instagram or whatever, and I'll be telling them like I told you was gonna do it. And they be like, yeah, Carr, like I appreciate you. You was always telling me go to class, and you was always on my back, and you was always there for giving me advice and stuff. Like I appreciate you. And like, you know, I'm just that type of person that just, try to, elevate somebody else's life because I see the potential in somebody else.
Mm, I'm with you on that, bro. Um, Man, what advice do you give to the youth though? As far in terms of basketball, life in general? Because like I said, you've been through it all. You've done college, you've done high school, and now you're in the
Yeah.
real world. You still, playing semi-pro and you working. How you even manage both of those and play ball? And then find time to be on TikTok with us, bro.
Listen, man, it's the grind. So
Yeah.
Coach Tuck said, my determination is my motor. So you know, I wake up every day with the same mentality. Make the keep the main thing the main thing. And then on top of that is the fact that like me being the youngest and understanding like what seeing my mom get up and she had to work 3 jobs. Seeing my dad going as him being a father growing up and he having to go to work every day. So I'm like I got to get up and do what I need to do. But then on top of that, it's like all right, like I'm still a little young, so I'm like I still want to get on TikTok, show love to my people and stuff. And then on top of that, it's like dang, like I'm on TikTok too long. I need to go to the gym. So now I'm like, all right, I'll go to the gym on TikTok and I will work out at the gym while on TikTok. So like, and like people just like to see somebody keep going. Like, somebody said it on my one of my posts on Instagram, like the true definition of adversity. I was like, I'm a prime example of that because I faced adversity, and I went through it, and then you know, I just made it my own. So like now, like when Coach Tuck and when he ever asks me to do anything, I just do it. I don't question it because I don't question his judgment. And then I believe that he believes in me, that he knows that I can be able to take care of whatever I can put my mind to. So I just like I just take care of my priorities first. And then for
I
my
can
advice,
tell for sure.
yeah, and then for my advice for the youth is just prioritize your time like well, like get up if you want to be the best at anything that you do. Like you want to be the best track runner, best gamer,
Hmm.
best basketball player, best mob. Like the thing is, like you want to be able to understand, like getting your job done early always puts you ahead first. So if you waking up early in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, knowing that You don't normally get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. What is there better to do other than sleeping, working out? All right, you get your workout in. Now, when it's about 6 o'clock, all right, I got to do this, I got to do that. Okay, you'll do what you have to do at 6 o'clock, as far as your priorities. Then, if you don't got to work that day, you get to go ahead, lay back down in bed. You know what I'm saying? Wake back up. It's 12, 1 o'clock. Now you like, dang, like I worked out, I got this done, I got that done. So once you started to realize like everything is getting done, now you starting to make that a routine.
Right.
It's just a like it just becomes second nature to you, to the point where
Way of life.
it makes it easier for you in life. And then now you start to receive the results after a month, after 2 months, that's after however long it takes. But you always want to be ahead of the game first, because if you're ahead of the game, you'll get more stuff done. That's what I say to the youth. And then also, like, be yourself. Like, do not try to be like anybody else. Do not try to be like these celebrities on Instagram. Do not try to be like, the next person next to you. Be yourself. If you like watching anime, watch anime. If you like playing with toys, play with toys. If you like, going outside and playing with sticks or trees and climbing, just do it. Because at the end of the day, like, being different is always the way to becoming something or becoming somebody. People love seeing different things. And that's a sign of creativity. And the creative mind is always a blessing to have as a kid. And you always want to, represent your childhood, because trying to tell you, when you become an adult, you gotta look at them bills, and you
Ah,
got
man. Listen, man.
you got you gotta look at them bills, man. Them bills be killing you. So I'm just trying to tell y'all, that like, for the youth, like for the kids, stay a kid,
Yeah,
stay a kid as much as you can. I promise you, you'll grow.
man.
You'll go further in life if you stay positive and stay like a kid.
Story, bro. So, I got some rapid fire questions for you too, bro. While we here,
Okay.
let's see, Kobe or LeBron?
Mm,
I ain't gonna do Mike, like,
mm,
cause to be
mm,
honest, Mike is
mm.
Mike, and I'm gonna leave that alone.
Okay,
And
Kobe.
also, me and you never seen Mike live with the Bulls.
Right.
I know I
So,
didn't, and I started watching ball the 98,
Kobe
99
or
season, the
LeBron?
lockout.
Kobe or LeBron? Mm, that's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's dumb hard, because because I'm a big person on leadership, right?
Yeah,
They both have two different types of leadership that helps
totally
them
different.
win. Like, I say,
LeBron is definitely more vocal, I would say.
I say, but the thing is, Kobe gets it done though too. Like,
Yeah,
the teams that he had, that he drugged to to the finals or whatever. Come on, man. And Brown did too. I'm gonna say LeBron though. I'm gonna go LeBron. I'm gonna go LeBron.
what's your reasoning?
Say it one more time.
What's your reasoning?
My reasoning, I was just watching. Like, I was just watching LeBron, like, and I got to see when Kobe retired, and I was sad. But like, I'm even though I'm a Bulls fan, and the Bulls, they hate LeBron so much. We hate LeBron, but it's really so surreal to see that, like, he about to retire. So it's like, and just seeing, like, and me personally, I'm playing video games. I'm seeing LeBron on the John, and seeing
Yeah,
him on the, like playing 2K. I'm making so small forwards to play against him. So, like, not seeing him there no more is like, it hits home. So it's like, he's been my idol my whole life, from watching him as a celebrity and as an athlete, and what he's done to the world and what he has done for the game of basketball. But on top of that, just, you know, being a winner. Like, even people always say, like, he went to the finals 10 times and only won four. He still went to the finals. He still went to the finals and got it done. And then, like, not only that he got it done, he was MVP. He
yeah,
was MVP. He was the MVP of the league. He had so much on his shoulders going into being a Cleveland Cavalier, that when he left, they hated him, and he still came back and brought them a chip.
crazy. And whoever would have thought that he was gonna ever go back there after
Exactly.
Miami?
Exactly. Like, people thought, like, oh, he should have went to Los Angeles or whatever, played with Cole, with all types of stuff. But the thing is, in reality, LeBron felt as though his job was to get his city a chip, and he did it against the best team in the league at the time. They was 73-9, and he won. I'm gonna be honest with you, like I know I'm passionate about it, but that's crazy to see because right after that, he had a 40-point game, him and Kyrie Irving. On top of that, they was down 3-1.
Yeah.
3-1.
There. Everybody say Draymond is the reason that the
Yeah,
Cavs won, but hey, man,
yeah.
that's just how it was written. What
I
can you
mean,
say?
listen, you can't say nothing about it like that. They still had a shot. But Steph
Yeah.
Curry always I watched the Steph Curry documentary. I watched the Steph Curry interview and he talked about that finals run and he like, yo, he said he never in his life, I never personally, and everybody never seen a player like that or those two players like that play from down 3-1 to go off the way that they did the whole thing. Like I watch it every time on YouTube, and like, bro, I'm watching. I'm like, bro, it's crazy how LeBron and them turned the just turned the switch and just went crazy on them.
LeBron and Kyrie is a slept on duo. I think if they would
Yes,
have played longer, man, I don't know.
yeah, man. Like it's a
They was
bunch of
like the
what
mini
ifs.
version. They was like the mini version of Kobe and Shaq. They was the mini version of that.
Yeah, because LeBron would just take over the game with his
Dominance,
IQ
yeah,
and
IQ.
dominance. And then he'll let Kyrie, cause like couldn't nobody guard Kyrie and can't nobody still guard Kyrie, but
He
they'll
had
let
Kai
Kyrie,
on. He had Clay on skates.
bro. They'll let. I remember watching them play against the San Antonio Spurs, and I remember they was losing, and they let Kyrie Irving go off in the fourth quarter, and Kyrie Irving drugged them out there and won the game.
The night that he had 57.
Something like that, yeah, something crazy
Yeah, yeah.
against Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan. Come
I feel like
on,
I saw that John. Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying, like so. I'm just saying, like I'm definitely
that
choosing
Christmas game was
LeBron.
nasty too, bro.
Yes, yes,
That
it
joint he hit on
was.
Clay.
On Clay, yeah, that little the pull up, the little dead dribble, or no, he did a
Yeah,
little spin move into the little midi, yeah, and then he
yeah,
fell at that too.
yeah. Kyrie not no bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
No,
the stuff he be doing out there, man, crazy.
yeah, man, it's diabolical and like it's a punishment.
Yeah, definitely. Um, toughest gym you played in.
Toughest gym I played in. I played in a lot of gyms. Yo,
You can go citywide, and then you can go outside of that, like
okay,
stadiums.
citywide, I say the toughest gym I played in. All right, in the city, I definitely played in high school. The toughest gym I played in was playing at Southern High School in the Final Four against Constitution. That was the toughest gym because the environment, everything was crazy. Our whole school was there. Their whole school was there. It was other schools that were there that didn't even want us to win. It was crazy because like this was when I don't know. Yeah, you was around. Twitter was going
Hmm.
crazy, and like I remember it was this one post like they said something. One girl posted was like when you think of the public league Final Four, you think of Constitution, King High School, MCS, and MOTEP or all these or any other school outside of Order Reed. They like you don't think of Order Reed, and then that's when I'm like, yeah, like And when we went there with other schools, they were watching us play, and it was probably the loudest gym I ever played in. Um,
Yeah.
far as from the college circuit, like being in college on the collegiate level, mm, where basketball started from Springfield College.
Hmm.
No, Spring. I gotta give two. It was Springfield College, and it was Springfield College and Eastern Nazarene when I played over in Worcester, Massachusetts. And those schools were lit because we played Eastern Nazarene, and we lost that game because I had got fouled out that game. Now I'm not saying I got fouled out because I was just fouling people just because I
Get
got fouled
hacked,
out
man.
because
Heck, man.
no, they I wasn't a shooter. I was because I had lost my development in shooting because I had a crazy like
Yeah.
injury with my finger, and I had to learn how to play with a splint on my finger my freshman year. So I learned how to not like I just my routine and my technique and my form and my jump shot was all off. But outside of that, my junior year we played. I kept getting like I kept doing charges. Like I kept just because they had a game plan against me to not let me score. So they would set up for charges every time, and I wound up getting fouled out that game. So Eastern Nazarene, and then now playing semi pro ball, the toughest gym that I played in so far. Mm, it's two teams so far that I played in that had lit gyms. It was the Beltway Bombers. Shout out to them, and um, the Frederick. We just came from there, from Virginia, Fredericksburg Grizzlies. Their fan base is crazy. Like they have a lot of fans coming there. And I hope to see y'all soon. Hopefully y'all watch this because we coming to see y'all real soon. You know what I mean? Those the guys on the team and the coaching staff, they know me very well. Even the commentators, they know me very well. But shout out to those guys, shout out to that program and that organization and the players and the coaching staff. But yeah, they fan base is really like they be rocking hard for them. They be talking trash. It be grandmoms in the stands talking trash, you know, and grandmas, grandpops, uncles, moms, dads, kids, dogs, all types of stuff. It'd be all types of stuff at the game, bro. Like, but yeah, man. So those are the toughest gyms I played in so far.
'Cause, high school, bro, was Strawberry Mansion for me by far.
Oh man, M- Strawberry Mansion.
It was
Oh
ridiculous.
nah, back in the day, Strawberry Mansion, like those guys, like, cause you really wouldn't against somebody at
Rats
Mansion.
too.
'Cause, yeah, Grats too. Yeah,
They was
Grats too.
drawing. I remember they
Hmm.
threatened the dude on my team, told him, "We gonna see you after the game."
Oh no, 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 no! I'm lying, Chester. Do you ever
Oh God,
do,
man,
do you understand the magnitude of the rivalry between Penwood versus Chester High? Oh my God!
it was like that.
Like tr- Penwood, you can look it up on you can after this you can look it up on YouTube yourself. Penwood High School basketball versus Chester High School, bro. It's crazy. Like I remember, I don't know if you know you probably know this guy is named Sean Oakman.
Mm,
Sean Oakman went to Penwood High, and I was young. I don't know if I was in eighth or ninth grade. I forgot, but I remember talking to Sean Oakman. I think I was probably in eighth, going to ninth, or I probably was in ninth grade. He was telling me like, "Yo, listen, when you play against Chester, just letting you know this now. Be ready to go because they got fans. They gonna do all this type of stuff. They gonna talk trash. They gonna want to fight you." He said, "Listen, little bro, like I try to protect you as much as I can because you know what I'm saying, you
yeah.
little bro, but." He said, "Listen, everybody for themselves." I was in eighth grade. Yeah, I was in eighth grade because we went to Chester to play at Chester, and we played at Chester High School as middle schoolers. And Chester High School, like their kids came to our game, and I'm not gonna lie, they chased us out the building. They chased us out the building. We ran to the bus. They was following us chasing us on the bus and stuff, and we won. I think, yeah, both teams won. Both high school and middle school won, and they was hating on us bad.
Then
But
didn't Sean Oakman play football too though?
yeah, he played football. He went once he got out of Penwood, he went to, I don't know if it was Baylor or Oregon,
Yeah, I
and
think Beller.
he went there, and bro, he was big as
He's
ever,
a
bro.
yo, he's definitely a beast. My
Oh
God.
my god, bro, like he was big as hell. But yeah, man, I was around. I'm trying to tell you, like I've been around some guys, dog, since I
Yeah.
was, like, you
See.
know.
Um, yeah, I see, bro. What's the best trash talk you ever encountered?
I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Say no,
Oh man.
no. The best trash talk I said was ah, I can't say it's too explicit.
Oh
I can
man.
say,
It was
I
about a
can
chick.
say, no, it wasn't about no
All
chick. It
right.
was just, it was something crazy. Like, it was like a crazy gesture. But I can say like the craziest trash talk behind that was like I don't even know. Cause I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm like Devontae Smith. Like Devontae, you ever heard Devontae Smith mic'd up at the
Yeah.
Eagles game? That's how I am. I be cursing a lot. Like my personality, how you see me now, is not my personality on the floor. I'm more quiet, But when I'm talking, I'm cursed. Like you can't mic me up for a game. The whole time you mic me up, they gonna have to bleep out everything that I say because everything is a curse word.
Mm,
So
got you on that. Philly Rushmore, or I'm
Philly
sorry,
Rush,
Mount Rushmore. I'm sorry.
Philly Mount Rushmore.
Give me good four good ones that you put at the top above. You don't got to be in order or nothing like that.
I'm definitely put. I mean, we don't claim them, but we claim them somewhat. Like we talking about high school or all time,
All time.
all time. All right. Are we claiming Allen Iverson? Or are we just claiming only Philly guys?
Philly guys.
Philly guys.
He definitely on a Mount Rushmore of Sixers players though. No question.
Uh, I didn't get to see. All right, you can say School Journey. You can say gotta say Maurice Rice. Um,
Yeah, don't you don't got to name nobody that you didn't see. So those two sound good so far.
um, snap. I mean, the I'm gonna be honest to you. I gotta put up. Oh my God, it's a lot of players. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of players, bro. Oh my God. I'm not gonna be the finisher. I'm gonna have to, bro. I don't know. I can't because it's so because bro, they gonna look at this joint, they gonna
Yeah.
see it, and they gonna be like, yo, like, why you ain't say me on it? And then I gotta deal with it.
Hit you with
You
the
feel
Dion.
me?
You over me?
Yeah, like, and then like, cause then like my coach, I said my coach, my dad coached a lot of those players too. That back in the day when I was a kid, so they always can come to my dad crib and open my dad refrigerator anytime. So
Mm,
like, I walk in there, I got to deal with that at the table. You
yeah.
know, I don't
No, it's
want to
cool.
deal with that.
All right. Before I get you out of here,
Mhm.
what's next for Jamir Carr, and what do you want your name to mean when people hear it?
All right, what's next for me? All right, so I want to become, I want to become a lot, but towards what I want to do, I want to become sports agent.
Okay.
And get in the field of that and assisting athletes with their mentorship, demeanor, play style, all of that, and then on top of that, create a relationship with the family, and then and the verge of this NIL stuff, get my foot in the door with that and studying up on it. Yeah, so I want to study up on that because the simple fact is I see a lot of talent. I see a lot of kids that deserve it. And the opportunity is golden for them. And then like, coming from Philadelphia where your mom and dad, they can't, fund what you need for sports and all types of stuff. I feel like, me backing a kid and assisting them and being around them for their whole entire career, um, until, they become a pro is my way of showing, my leadership and mentorship in their life, of being a big brother for them. And I feel like I got that respect within the youth, like the youth and the younger community. And then what's next? What else is next is just like becoming a coach later on down the line, as far as sports. And then like being a become like mainly I'm gonna just say this outside of sports is just becoming a businessman. Becoming a businessman because a lot of there's a lot of money in this field of business and people don't understand it. And like you got to get it, like you really got to be in tune with what you want to do in this business world. Like it don't matter what it is. So I think, yeah, I think I definitely want to become a sports agent, business owner, um and my own entrepreneur. And then what was the
Uh,
second thing that you asked me?
what do you want your name to mean when people hear it?
Well, my name is Jamir Carr. So when people think of my name, they think of a charismatic, um, relentless, um, figure, person, friend, brother, sister, whatever that y'all look at me as. Um, I just want to be a person that they can lock in on and like they can trust the most when they think of my name and like I just wanted to like leave my imprint on people's lives as an assistant or a person that assisted them, with accomplishing their goals and milestones in life. So, you know, um, I'm always the type of person that's going to push you and support you through anything and everything. I'm always going to help you through whatever. And I'm always going to, I never feel like you're out. So like
Mhm.
when I mean by that, like, cause when Coach Doug Tucker was there, he didn't get to tell
Right.
y'all like the accountability on my standpoint. Like my accountability when I get on the floor is like, all right, I'm gonna take care of what I gotta take care of. But when fourth quarter come around, he's looking at me to go off. And normally I got a highlight tape on my Instagram, and the guy from is a commentator stating, if y'all know who Jamir Carr is, y'all need to know now. This guy, he goes off in the fourth quarter. Um, he waits to the fourth quarter and then he goes off. So y'all better watch out for him. And then he kept telling like I'm trying to tell y'all. So you know, that shows me like my determination and letting like no lead is safe, and that you're never out no matter how bad things get in life. Like I always got you. I'm always make sure that you're good. So you could count on me.
Sure, bro. Um,
Yep.
much respect on that for sure. Um, man, I'm just happy we got to do this, bro. Man, it was a great
Yeah.
conversation. We had fun, man. Tapped in,
Mm-hmm.
talked about a lot of
Podcast
Philly
P.
sport.
Yo.
Crazy, crazy, man. But I appreciate you, bro. Much love, much honor
Mm-hmm.
and respect. I respect everything and love everything that you're doing out here, bro. Keep working with the youth, helping
Mm-hmm.
others, man. It'll always come back to you tenfold, bro. And keep your head up. If you really want that, I want it for you too, bro. So if you're able to get that contract overseas and have that experience, bro, I'm with you all the way, man. I'm here. Any
Mm-hmm.
advice, anything, always come my way, bro. Appreciate you
And
again for coming up.
I appreciate you too, bro. You feel me? I feel like it's vice versa when it comes from me. Everything is genuine. You know me when we on TikTok live, when I'm in that hot seat, I always laugh. We be joking and laughing the whole time. I could take the heat. So like, but
Oh,
like
for sure.
I just want to support y'all and what y'all got going on. And mainly to you, I want to support you and what you got going on no matter what. And I just want to say my last thing before I leave is, take a page out of my book, guys. Support your people, support your loved ones. Support is free. Support is very much free. Like when your friend or cousin or brother or sister is posting something on Instagram or whatever, just like and share it, show love or post it. It doesn't cost anything to, support. Now, if it does, it's a value in that because the simple fact is you're wearing an apparel or you're wearing a necklace or you're wearing something that represents that person's creativity and creation. So with that being said, support your people, love on your people, cater to them, and assist them and and grow them because it takes a village. So yeah.
I'm big on that. It definitely takes a village for all of us, man. Is that hoodie something that you made?
Nah, so pretty much this hoodie is my homie's hoodie. So he has a clothing brand called Never Change. Shout out to my boy Reek, man. Shout out to Never Change Apparel. You can follow her on Instagram at I think it's NC Apparel. N
Okay.
as in now and C apparel. You can find that on Instagram. My guy named Reek, he got all types of never change hoodies. This is one of my favorite ones that he just
Yeah, that's dope.
made with the round stones on it. And like I try to support him as like anytime he drop, I support. So like I got hella hoodies from this. Like I got this one, I got a black and red one. Um, and then I like the never change mentality. It just reassures me like to never change who I am as a person. And always, stay true to who you are. And I know Reap, he's a big like a big, person on never changing on your people and giving back and stuff like that. So, shout out to Reek. Hopefully he watched this, Reek, I miss you, bro. Get back on the court. You know what I'm saying? You need to hoop again. Put the clothes down a little bit sometimes. Come get some shots up with me, bro. But
Right.
outside of that, man, yeah, man. I appreciate you for letting me on this panel, man.
No doubt, bro. Thanks again for coming up, man. We're gonna
Hmm.
make something happen again. Definitely, I want to get Coach Tucker on here again. do something in the
Yeah,
game or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah, man. He got a lot of stuff to talk about, and like me outside of sports, because I don't like I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't utilize sports as my front runner of what I when I'm introducing myself to people. Um, so it's a lot more things that we could chime in on and have conversations on. So I'm with it. We could talk about anything politics. You could talk about relationships. We could talk about men and holding themselves accountable in life and stuff. Like we can talk about all types of stuff. So just know I'm
Uh,
ready for it. And yeah, man, we gonna lock in.
sure, I got you, bro. No doubt. Once again, thanks for coming through.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
thanks for stepping with on Dub, bro. And we out of here.
All right.